Okay, my YouTube friends, just starting this video, I already know that it is probably going nowhere and that is going to be one of my most erratic video. But let's try it. As always, single shot, and if I'm happy with it, I will post it. Otherwise, that will go in the garbage. So I'm not talking, if ever I post this video, I'm not talking about the Dragonfly. Yeah, you will see that on the title. It's not a teaser by any means, a spoiler, sorry, by any means. What I wanted to do is, as I said, erratic, starting with a size comparison. So let's start with a small knife like Dragonfly. Then let's put here the Techno. I love the Techno. Then after that, what do we have here? Yeah, my friend, it's been a long time since I haven't seen you. Spyderco Sage 1. Perfect knife. After that, what do we have? I'm trying to find some knife that a lot of you guys know. I would go for the Manix 2 Translucent. Yeah, great knife also. After that, yeah. Who doesn't have or own or have in hands a Paratouche? So, that goes, and come to think of it, we might even think that I'm going to make a video about Spyderco. Well, you know that it's not going to be a video about Spyderco. So let's try, for the sake of this video, to catch another knife, and I will have a Chris Reeve, which has to be probably the same length as the Para 2, but sturdiest for sure. After that, let's move on with, it's been a long time for you too, my friend, SMF Strider, big knife, and one of the bigger also in my collection, XM24. I always like to come back to this knife for a size comparison, and that would be it, small, bigger, XM24, and boom! Yeah, the bomb has been, dropped. And this, my friend, is the Grayman Satu. That is a tank of a knife. And you know what, my friend? When I say a tank of a knife, it has to be for this knife. Otherwise, we hear always in YouTube, this knife to be a tank, this knife to be a tank, this knife to be a tank. Every knife is a tank because they're rock solid. Okay, so if those are tanks, we need to find a new word for this one. Otherwise, it's pointless to use the same word for things that are different. So you know what? Let's keep here the XM24 with the Grayman Satu. I knew that this video was not going anywhere, and let's move on with the small knives, tiny knives, baby knives, embryo knives, and that would be the egg or the spermatozoid, whatever. And let's start this video after already 3 minutes and a half with the Grayman Satu. This is a beast. I will try to choose my words correctly, and every word that I say, I mean it. When I say a tank, that would be a construction close to a real tank. When I say a beast, compared to any other knife, that is a beast. You need to have one of those in hand to understand what I mean. If I wear that in my hand like that for a couple of minutes, I will spare you the couple of minutes for sure. And after that, I take the 24. My friends, you need to do that. It is ridiculous. This knife, after that, I can wear it with two hands like that. It's a feather light knife compared to this one. It is bigger than the 24. It is thicker than the 24. It is stronger. It is, it's not comparable. This knife can't compare to anything that you know of. You need to have this in hand to understand what I mean. Really. And I will stop here because it's already enough, because the main purpose was to say that some knife makers do crazy shit And that is a knife that is just insane, insane by all means. That is a crazy knife. What would be the purpose of this knife? You know what? I didn't even open the XM24 compared to that. Look at that. Look at this crazy blade compared to the magnificent Spanto of this 24, but that looks really, really small compared to this knife. So, what would be the purpose of this beast? You know, that would be only to kill your peers. Period. That's it. In a war zone, this knife would serve you well. And you know what? When Grayman send you the knife, that is the sentence that he chooses. May this knife serve you well. That's it. In the combat zone, that will serve you well. This won't go anywhere, my friend. This choil and this jimping here, and this is no jimping, my friend. This is, I don't know. You have to find another name for this. This is not jimping. This is something that your knife is stuck with that. And whether you are bare hands or you wear gloves, this won't go anywhere, anywhere. It's a rock beast, solid as hell. That is just insane. So yeah, to kill your peers. Or for me, because I hope that I won't have to use this knife for this purpose. For me, a collectible, because, you know, I've talked about that already, I think. What would be a collectible? A collectible would have to be a piece that has to be either unique or have some features that really you don't find that often. And my friend, this knife is the strongest knife that I have. Period. That's it. It's the strongest knife. It is a tank. It has to weigh like, I don't know, a ton. It has to be over 10 ounces for sure. It's 11, 12 ounces. I don't know. It's a huge knife. And it has everything that I like also. It's a full titanium scales, full tie scales, a great material, S30V, Bead Blast finish. And also that is something that I like with this particular knife, that's the Bead Blast finish. It has to be a custom from Grayman, because really, my friends, try to find another full tie in Bead Blast like that, and you won't. You will find the stonewash, you will find the carbon fiber, with some of them has carbon fiber and Bead Blast, or the new DLC, but the full tie in Bead Blast, that has to be the only one that I found on internet. So also that is a feature that that is kind of unique for me. So yeah, most definitely a collectible, and they are very, very hard to find. Those, my friends, are not pricey knives. Retail, if ever you have the chance to find one of these, retail is $400. Not even the price of the Sebenza. And by all means, the finish of this knife is, you know what, it's, you know, take this knife and take, not a Sebenza, an Zan, and I would say that it's as if this knife, you know, has been irradiated by some gamma, you know, yeah, a nuclear thing felt on this knife, on the Sebenza, and just gave birth to this to this alien of a knife. And by all means, the finish of this knife is Chris Reeve-like. Nothing. I mean, I dare you to find any flaw in the finish of this knife. Most definitely, that won't move. I mean. Don't even try to find one tiny movement side to side, front to front with this blade. Everything is all, you know, perfectly fit all together. Yeah, it can be compared to to a mutant Sebenza, and it's again $400. Not even the price of the Sebenza. I kind of overpaid it, but you know, my friends, it's not a lot. But if you want to have one of these, it's almost impossible, almost. So I'm really happy to have this one and this particular one in Bead Blast. I have some, you know, some scratches, but as you all know, Bead Blast catches the scratches. This came with the knife when I received it, and those I made by myself, and not even wearing this knife. That is the problem of the Bead Blast, and you all know that. For those of you who own Sebenza, it is really scratchy, but you know, I don't care. I don't care. That has to be the thing that I like the most in knives, really. A full titanium scale with a nice, I'm sorry, I failed dramatically opening this knife. But what I wanted to say also, it's that you saw me fail because I'm, you know, seated like that. I have my table. I don't want to spoil my table. But for this knife, really, yeah, I will keep some distance. Look at that. That is smooth. And when you want to disengage it, it is smooth as butter. You know, I took some distance to show you how smooth this knife is. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but you need to understand that this knife is smooth as butter. For a knife that big, really, you just have to flick it open like that. The lock, it is just insanely smooth. Try to hear something. Nothing. And look how simple and easy is the action like that to disengage it. So, one last time, really smooth knife. So I wanted to show you that a couple of times because you saw me failed, but again, that's because I'm seated and I have my table, and when I did a video, I spoiled one of my knives, so I don't want to do it again. So that is a smooth knife. Oh yeah, backspacer here. I would have gone without this black JIT and the backspacer. I mean, to me, it has nothing to do here. A big screw for pillar construction finish would have been way better for the maintenance of the knife and also for the finish. Now, yeah, that is the only thing, the only complaint I would have about this knife is that the backspacer. Clip, yeah, I wouldn't dare wearing that thing in my pocket. It would deform my pocket. It is not a carryable knife at all. I told you what I think. If you were in that pocket, that would be to take it out. And really, my friend, in real life, in public, you don't want to take out this knife other than if you are in a combat situation. And in that case, it might serve you, you know, because I think that if you take out this knife in front of an opponent, he will, you know, die. He will shit in his pants just seeing this blade. You know, I compare that to the Magnum 45. You know, with those kind of guns, you don't even have to aim well. If just you just pull the trigger, and the noise, just the noise and the shape of the gun would kill anyone, just being frightening to death with that gun. And that would be the same with this knife. This is the Magnum 45 of knives. Yeah, that would be the comparison that I will try, that we finish with. Yeah, it has been going nowhere. I'm not even sure that I will post this video, but I don't know, who knows. Yeah, so again, the clip, to me, it's pointless. So, yeah, I think we've been through everything. It's dual thumb studs for yeah, righties and lefties. I don't think that you can. It's only it's a tip-up only carry and only for righties. Sorry for lefties, but you can't. You can't wear it for lefties, and not also for a tip down. And that has also something that that has to be something that really I like, because I would have gone mad if they have dared adding some holes here, or here. That would spoil the beauty of the handles. I've talked about that already. I absolutely hate that. I mean, I would go for a tip up, for tip down, for whatever, but please don't spoil those beautiful handles with holes everywhere. That is just insane. So thank you, Grayman, for not adding holes where you don't need. And you have holes. You have a lanyard hole. And really, my friend, this knife is big enough, so you don't want to add any artifacts. So I wouldn't understand anyone that would put a lanyard with this knife. I mean, that would be silly, to say the least. So yeah, we've been through everything. I wouldn't recommend you to buy this knife because it's pointless. For those of you who are interested in that knife as a collectible, or for those of you who are in the military and need to go to war, yeah, I would. But for the others, if you are searching for this kind of knife as a collectible, yeah, most definitely a great collectible, and I told you why for me, but no other purpose for me. So I will stop here and I will catch you for another video if ever this one goes through my filter. Bye bye.